First, let's define procrastination. Procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing tasks, especially those we know we should be doing. It's not just about laziness, there's more going on beneath the surface. Procrastination often stems from a mix of emotions, like fear, anxiety, and even perfectionism. But here's the thing, procrastination doesn't mean we're avoiding work entirely. In fact, we often do other tasks to distract ourselves, like checking social media or organizing our desk. This is what psychologists call productive procrastination. We feel like we're accomplishing something, but we're not doing the task that really matters. So, why do we procrastinate? The answer lies in our brains. Research shows that procrastination is deeply connected to our emotions, specifically how we regulate negative feelings like fear, stress, or uncertainty. One psychological theory behind procrastination is temporal discounting. This is when we value immediate rewards more than long-term gains. Let me explain. If a task doesn't give us an immediate sense of achievement or pleasure, we tend to push it off in favor of something more instantly gratifying, like watching Netflix or scrolling through social media. Then, there's perfectionism. Sometimes we delay tasks because we're afraid we won't do them perfectly. This fear of failure or making mistakes can paralyze us, making it hard to even start. Lastly, the fear of overwhelm plays a role. When a task feels too big or complicated, we tend to avoid it because we don't know where to start. Our brain sees the task as a threat, triggering avoidance behavior. What are the triggers that lead to procrastination? There are a few common ones that many of us experience. Task aversion. If the task is boring, unpleasant, or stressful, we tend to delay it. Our brains are wired to avoid discomfort, and this includes uncomfortable tasks. Lack of structure. When a task doesn't have a clear deadline or structure, it's easy to keep pushing it off. Without that pressure, we don't feel a sense of urgency. Distractions. We live in a world full of distractions, from our phones to constant notifications. These quick dopamine hits make it hard to focus on tasks that require sustained attention. Understanding these triggers can help us recognize when we're about to procrastinate and take steps to counter it. While procrastination might seem harmless at first, it can have real consequences. In the short term, we might feel relief by avoiding a task, but over time, procrastination can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and even lower self-esteem. One of the biggest consequences is the procrastination cycle. It goes like this. We avoid the task, feel guilty for not doing it, and then feel even more overwhelmed the next time we face it. This cycle can trap us in a loop of avoidance and stress. In the long term, chronic procrastination can affect our work performance, personal goals, and even our health. Studies show that habitual procrastinators are more likely to experience sleep problems, high stress levels, and feelings of regret. Now that we know why we procrastinate, let's talk about how to overcome it. Here are some practical tips you can start using today. Break tasks into smaller steps. Big tasks can feel overwhelming, but if you break them down into smaller, manageable steps, they become easier to tackle. Start with the easiest step, and momentum will build as you go. Use the 2-minute rule. If a task can be done in 2 minutes or less, do it right away. This helps you avoid letting small tasks pile up and become overwhelming. Set clear deadlines. Even if a task doesn't have a strict deadline, create one for yourself. Having a clear time frame can create a sense of urgency. Use positive reinforcement. Reward yourself for completing tasks. Even something small, like taking a short break or enjoying a snack, can motivate you to keep going. Practice self-compassion. Don't be too hard on yourself if you procrastinate. Everyone does it. Instead of beating yourself up, focus on how you can improve. Procrastination is something we all face, but by understanding the psychology behind it, we can take control of it. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about making progress. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe for more content on psychology, science, and personal growth. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.